It's week 34, the final week of the chronological reading of the New Testament. We'll finish with the two brief letters known as 2nd and 3rd John. Both of these letters would have been written on a single sheet of papyrus, as were most letters in the ancient world. In contrast then, the other New Testament epistles would be considered quite long. The papyrus would be rolled up as a scroll. Ink was made out of vegetable gum and charcoal diluted with water. The content of 2 John is very similar to John's first epistle. Some Christians were bowing to pressure and persecution from their local synagogue, as well as from pagan society, and were thus compromising their faith in order to fit in and have less opposition. To them, Jesus was a great teacher and prophet, but was not God in human form. John identifies himself as an elder rather than as an apostle. There was great respect for age in the first century, and by the mid-80s AD, John would have been a very old man by the standards of his day. John addresses his letter to the lady chosen by God and to her children. This could be a female elder or pastor in the church, or a reference to the church as a whole. If this were the case, the children would refer to members of the church. Once again, the Apostle of Love focuses his writings on the importance of love and truth in the church community. Loving God and loving one another are amongst the oldest commandments, even though Jesus referred to love as the new commandment. The proof of love is obedience. The third epistle of John is written to John's dear friend Gaius, whom I love in the truth. Gaius was probably the leader of a church that met in someone's home. He encourages Gaius and his church in the ministry of hospitality towards their brothers and sisters in Christ, especially those who are traveling teachers, apostles, prophets, and evangelists. It appears there was another church nearby led by a man named Diotrephes. John had also written to him and recommended various ministers to speak to the church, but Diotrephes, who loves to be first, will not welcome us. So when I come, I will call attention to what he is doing, spreading malicious nonsense about us. Not satisfied with that, he even refuses to welcome other believers. He also stops those who want to do so and puts them out of the church. 3rd John is a letter of recommendation to Gaius for a traveling Christian teacher called Demetrius, who is well spoken of by everyone, and even by the truth itself. We also speak well of him, and you know that our testimony is true. Most genuine Christians and Christian teachers would carry letters of recommendation from their church leaders in order to be welcomed and shown hospitality by other Christians. John finishes both of these letters by saying, "I have much to write to you, but I do not want to do so with pen and ink. I hope to see you soon, and we will talk face to face." A letter is no substitute for personal presence. Enjoy reading these two little letters this week. I hope you've enjoyed the journey through the New Testament. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more resources, and look out for a teaching series on the book of Revelation coming soon. God bless you.
But isn't it amazing? Right, those little tiny watermelon seeds will grow a vine, and if it's healthy, from one of those tiny little seeds, you will get between 4 and 6 of these on each vine from each of those seeds. What an incredible thought. And so that demonstrates really clearly what I'm saying here. When you sow in good ground, what you reap will always be more than what you have sown. If you sowed a watermelon seed and got a watermelon the size of a watermelon seed, you'd feel really ripped off. That would be a bizarre little watermelon. You go, I was expecting more than that. Well, of course you do.